I'm sure he would have been a hit if it's the Premier League. Yeah. And the way I feel about him, the way I felt about Haaland. Now, Haaland's only just in, but I feel Haaland's a real thing, the real deal. I've said that to you all along, and I don't think there's a doubt about him. I don't think there's a question mark about him. And I feel the same with him. If he was playing at one of the top teams in England, he'd be doing what he's doing.
So come on, you've also played against teams that you'd previously represented. Yeah. What makes it different? There must be something in your mind when you go back to play against a team that you've previously represented.
And not long ago for him, you have to remember, it's quite just soon. Six weeks.
So this will be different, won't it?
This will be different for him.
He's done so far.
Absolutely, it'll be different for him. He'll be there right now, probably wanting to score tonight more than he has done since he left. What, Dortmund?
Dortmund, Bayern, so he would have done it.
So he would have done it, played against Dortmund. He would have wanted to, so I'm sure he has scored against Dortmund many times since he left. But he'll want to score tonight. He really will. Yes, he's got affection for the club.
How long did he stay there?
It's a long time, isn't it? 6 years?
Yeah. 250-odd games.
That's the philosophy.
So he'll be desperate. He would be desperate to score tonight.
But he must be uncomfortable anyway. You are uncomfortable because Bayern was everything for him. Now suddenly he's into a different shirt. Yeah. You prove to everyone that he has made the correct move on being at Barcelona.
Don't do what I did when I went back to Aston Villa when I got sold for a lot of money. I played against them for the first time. At Villa Park, I got sent off. Tried to top someone.
If I didn't know you, I'd be surprised to hear that.
Just
adrenaline was running, eh?
But the adrenaline was fierce, Richard. Just 3 changes from the side that played last midweek in the midweek game. Upamecano, Sabitzer and Musiala come into that side from the last European game against Inter, which was a good performance. So not many changes.
They weren't good at the weekend, you know, Bayern.
No, but they made multiple changes.
They made a few changes, yeah.
He's under pressure.
3 draws, he is. They're having a bit of a stutter at the minute.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got the top man refereeing tonight. He did the final, didn't he? Last year?
Danny McAlealy.
I think he did.
Well, Roods always says he's a top man.
Yeah, he did.
Where's he from?
I think he is, yeah.
Netherlands. Obvious.
You see, that's a tradition that's died as well. If you went back to your previous club, you were always captain, weren't you? First time you played against them.
Yeah, I went back to Liverpool and Reedy made me captain. I was at Sunderland.
How'd it go?
There you go.
I hated it.
How'd it go?
Got beat 1-0. I hated it.
That's not bad. I was made captain when I went back to Wolves. Howard Kendall as well. Got beat 3-0.
You never win, do you?
It's terrible. He knew that. That's what he said quickly. Barcelona from against Pilsen, you'd expect a few changes. Araucic comes in, Alonso comes in, Busquets, Gavi and Rafinha all back in the side.
Cool. That's quite a noise, eh?
Can I ask you how they were allowed to buy so many players and spend so much money?
Andy, it is bemused better than me, and it's down to, I think, selling prospective rights to their TV revenue going forward. It's a risky strategy. Having said that,
good luck with that.
I don't think they, a bit like Real Madrid, would ever fall
They won't be
into
allowed to fold.
No,
I'm not so sure.
No.
This should be good.
Let's go and join Alan Smith and Simon Brotherton.
Second in La Liga. Both teams unbeaten this season and looking to lay down an early European marker.
Yeah, interesting to see actually how Xavi, the Barca coach, goes about this challenge. Still learning about his approach, his ethos. I think it's similar to how it would have been as a player under Guardiola, etc. But he's still finding his way, I think, as a coach at Barcelona. A lot of people not quite sure, for instance, what he thinks his best defence is. This maybe gives us a clue tonight.
There's Rafinha, one of those coming into the team this evening. 2 young coaches as well. We shouldn't forget that Julian Nagelsmann at 35 is a similar age to senior players like Manuel Neuer and Thomas Müller. And here come Bayern venturing forward, but it's covered by Alonso. This was a Champions League winner a couple of seasons ago with Chelsea. Swung out wide towards Leroy Sané. they've been prolific going forward and good at the back as well. They've conceded 2 goals in the last 5 matches in all competitions. Barcelona, and at the other end of the field they've scored 20.
Yeah. Confidence should be sky high. This lad's a really good defender. Araujo got it all. Quick, good on the ball, aggressive.
Busquets getting into a spot of bother. This is Jamal Musiala rolling it in. He was looking for Sané. Cleared away by Alonso, away to the far side where it's collected by Pedri.
He's a jewel in the crown, isn't he? Pedri, Gavi as well in the middle of the park.
And they've tied Gavi down to a new contract today, which was announced up to 2026. I think it has a €1 billion clause in it as well.
Somebody will pay it.
This is Dembele rolling it forward, back in possession now. Ball headed away by Davis. This is Sadio Mane coming deeper, and he's fouled right under the referee's nose.
Yeah, Bayern been a bit underwhelming, haven't they, for the last 3 Bundesliga games at least, drawn them all. He's had a little bit of criticism, I think, made a lot of changes, a lot of rotation.
Well, they're so successful, aren't they, that 3 draws in a row does become a little bit of an issue. Because, well, he's got so many top players there, players that you would say, even within that squad, could claim to be first 11 players, that it's not an easy job keeping everybody happy. Interestingly, I mean, Marcel Sabitzer in midfield, the Austrian there, alongside Kimmich. Sabitzer didn't really make much of an impression last season, didn't play that much, but he, at the moment, is the preferred partner for Kimmich, which, of course, puts 1 or 2 others' noses out of joint, Goretzka being one of them,
I think. The thing is with doing that is that you've got to win matches to keep everybody quiet. But that's the territory of managing a big club. Both those coaches we've just seen have got that task on their hands.
Davis there not giving Rafinha an inch. Back with Marc-Andre ter Stegen, German goalkeeper with Barcelona. Here's Neuer still going strong as captain of his club side and very much the #1 for the national team as they head towards the World Cup finals in a couple of months' time.
Barcelona pressing quite hard up the pitch here.
There's Hernandez. It's being tracked by Gavi. Pushing it out wide, and Alonso quick to challenge, but suddenly he's got a lot of chasing to do. Leroy Sané up against Christensen.
Good opportunity that. Sold himself, Alonso. He could never get to the ball. Misjudged it. Caught his man.
Yeah, it's Benjamin Pavard. It was quite a hefty collision between the pair of them. Here it is.
Yeah, I think he tried to put the brakes on, Alonso.
So Alonso and Christensen, 2 new boys at the back for Barcelona, of course, both previously with Chelsea, so playing alongside each other, next to each other in that back line. Pavard, I think, has just had the wind taken from his sails for a moment or 2. Xavi going for the experience of Alonso today at left-back rather than the 18-year-old Alex Balde, who started the last 4 matches in the league.
Musiala there, he's been in fantastic form. Good to see the teenager get a shout here.
Yeah, player making a real impact. Still a teenager himself, Musiala, and very much a regular performer for the national team as well. Marcos Alonso with the throw. A tough fixture, benchmark fixture for Barcelona that they've failed to reach in recent years. They're under pressure here now as well, but Alonso with a chance to clear. Musiala looking to burst free inside the penalty area.
Yeah, they need those kind of runs from the likes of Musiala, not playing with an orthodox number 9. Bayern Munich haven't really got one.
Yeah, Sadio Mane's settled in pretty well, though, hasn't he, as you would expect? 5 goals for him, for his new club this season. So Davis back into Hernandez.
Those defenders for Bayern aren't going to have much time on the ball. We can see that already.
There's clearance. Almost met by Jules Koundé. Christensen away to Alonso. This is Ousmane Dembele. Pedri has gone across. Koundé, the summer arrival from Sevilla. Davis nipping it there for Bayern Munich. Good play by Alphonso Davies. Look at the Canadian go. Gaining plenty of ground and gaining it quickly and finding Thomas Müller, who picks out Leroy Sané, and the momentum just dissipates slightly.
Fancy Thomas Müller there to take charge, take responsibility and have a pop at goal. Bit of space for him.
Given away by Kimmich. Here's Lewandowski rolling it in, and Rafinha almost in there. This is Sabitzer losing out. Lewandowski initially winning it back. Rafinha into Gavi. Now it's with Pedri. Oh, good save, Manuel Neuer.
Pedri thought he'd done enough there, got an angle on the shot.
What a flurry this is from Barcelona. Dembele. Pressure still on. Upamecano gets it clear.
Well, it's set up to be an absolutely enthralling contest, this. Beforehand, we thought so, and these first 8 to 9 minutes have proven that.
Koundé into Rafinha. Here's Ronald Araujo. Rafinha about to have another go at Davis. And shows him way too much of the ball, or does he? Good recovery from Rafinha. Gavi's there to back up, in towards the far post, towards Lewandowski. Little shot across Bayern's bows there in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, 1 or 2. I mean, they passed it, and they thought they'd done enough. Pedri gets enough power behind it. And that's a top save from Neuer, the kind that he's been making in his entire career.
14th meeting between these two famous names. Bayern have won the last 4 and they've scored 17 goals in the process.
They can't get out though when they're playing out from Neuer. They've managed it fortunately there.
Away to Leroy Sané. Up against Alonso. It's Sané. Stone taken out of it. Musiala will reach the ball first. Back up here from Sabitzer. A bit short there from Sané. Here's Mane. Looking for Müller. That was Busquets sliding it. Koundé with a little flick forward. 5 feet there from Pedri. Dropping a little bit deeper into some space. They're enjoying good possession, aren't they, in the early stages of the game, Barcelona?
Yeah, they are. It's a result of the form that they've showed this season, the goals that they've scored, and the talent within this starting 11 and within the squad. So much for Xavi to choose from.
Bayern have been so good in recent seasons in the Champions League and in the group stages. They've won 17 of the last 18 group stage matches they've played, drew the other one. Haven't been beaten in the last 29 in the group stages, going back to 2017. Rafinha with options. Upamecano made sure that the ball didn't reach Lewandowski, but it's back with Pedri. Barcelona are picking up quite a few of the loose pieces as well. Dembele.
Yeah, Bayern really been limited to counter-attacks so far. It's Bayern with the better control of the ball.
Brought forward by Christensen, but a little too much on that. Just noting his numbers actually for Bayern Munich: 344 goals in 374 appearances for them. And he's looking to cause some issues for his former club there. And he's won his team a corner. It's an unbelievable record. He scored 69 goals in 78 Champions League appearances.
And at 34 years of age, he still looks at the peak of his powers and fitness.
Second highest goal scorer in the history of the Bundesliga, behind the great Gerd Müller. Marcos Alonso with this corner. Upamecano made sure he got there ahead of Lewandowski.
Yeah, he made sure he got there. It wasn't exactly a clearing header, but they get away with it.
Yeah, De Ligt missing out tonight. He started last week at San Siro, but I guess no. Oh, it's a poor kick there by Manuel Neuer in towards Lewandowski, and Upamecano helps him out. No end.
Well, they've looked nervous in those situations from the off. When the ball's at Neuer's feet, he hasn't got much to pass to. Quite often it's been a tight option, and that certainly was too tight.
That was uncharacteristic, wasn't it, from Neuer?
He's a relieved man.
Alonso sends it in. And the shot is over the top of the crossbar from Gavi. Just get the feeling that Bayern Munich at the moment are a little bit rattled. They feel a little bit pressured at the back in possession.
Well, I said Barcelona are pushing really high up into the attacking third. Look at the number of shirts there. It might be worth playing a slightly longer ball to cut that press out.
Free kick for Gavi's challenge on Sadio Mane. Hernandez into Davis. That's a lovely turn away from Rafinha. Lovely play from Alphonso Davies. He's continued his run in towards Mane, and there was a little bit of pressure there on Barcelona. They survived that little flurry, or have they? It's Davies once again here.
Yeah, he's probably given them the biggest threat, Alphonso Davies, up this left-hand side with his great pace. Once he gets going, he's a tough man to stop. Yeah, it's a good duel, that, with Rafinha, though.
Yeah, he was looking to give Rafinha a bit of his own medicine there, wasn't he? And venturing forward, putting the ball on the other foot, as it were, with Koundé now taking this throw. In behind Lewandowski. Upamecano.
Here's a bit of a turn-up. Porto trailing at home against Club Brugge.
Yeah, Jutgla, who was brought down. VAR had a look at it, confirmed the referee was right, and a pretty good penalty.
Porto 0, Brugge 1.
Well, to the far side now with Musiala. Pavard. was looking for a free kick he was never going to get from the referee. Musiala, so difficult to dispossess. But Dembele's in there, held up by Kimmich.
It was a long ball actually to Mane that got them on the front foot by him. Just need something to give them a little bit of confidence, settle them down into a pattern of play, the home team.
Nobody can keep hold of possession at the moment. Dembele will have a go here against Sabitzer. Sent him off completely in the wrong direction. Barcelona countering, and it's with Lewandowski, and it was a chance.
It was a huge chance. You would have put your house on him there. Having sorted out the first touch. Maybe the occasion, he snatched at it a touch, taking it a bit earlier than he might have.
Just the chatter among the home crowd there after that one didn't end up in the back of the net. I think Bayern Munich know that they dodged one there. Barcelona fans doing their best to make their voices heard in this cauldron of a stadium, 1,600 of them. Davis to Kimmich. Difficult for Sabitzer to get to that pass, and the referee will bring the game back. It was a rather desperate lunge on Busquets.
Yeah, it was another example of them being unable to play through Barcelona. Poor pass from Pavard, put his mate in all sorts of bother. And they are rattled at the moment, the home team.
The 3 draws in a row that Bayern Munich have had in the Bundesliga, 2 of them have been at home. 2-2 by Stuttgart at the weekend, draw at Union Berlin, same score to Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Pavard, I think, struggling. A thigh injury, it looked like.
Yeah, Nusret Mazraoui is getting ready to possibly come on.
He's back. Liverpool take the lead against Ajax.
Much talk pre-show about where his next goal was coming from. Well, Mo Salah has given his answer. It's tonight.
Liverpool 1, Ajax 0.
She's in the lead. It's Busquets into Marcos Alonso, getting well forward. Lewandowski goes free in the middle, and Neuer pulls it away. Gavi is there in support. Rafinha as well.
Well, he should have had 2 already. Lewandowski, 2 golden opportunities. They are so impressive here at Barcelona.
Here comes that change we were just alluding to. Benjamin Pavard has been forced to leave the field. Nusret Mazraoui, Moroccan international, they signed from Ajax during the summer, is on to replace him. He made his first start in the Bundesliga on Saturday. Player with plenty of Champions League experience with Ajax, all the way through to the semi-final in 2019, that memorable semi-final they ultimately lost out right at the end to Tottenham Hotspur.
Well, he's got Dembele to cope with on that side. Let's see how he gets on.
Almost a quarter of the way through the match.
Yeah, Barcelona will be disappointed not to be ahead by at least 1 goal.
Kimmich. So Mazraoui trying to get forward, and suddenly there's a a sizable gap where he was meant to be, and Dembele finds it. Can't get past Kimmich.
Many passes on. You can see for the man in possession.
Barcelona are closing down a lot of the avenues, aren't they? There's sending it hopefully forward towards Mane. Flag up on the far side, free kick Barcelona.
Busquets with the lovely interception. Pulling away, pulling off his man, and he shouldn't have given Neuer a chance there. He'd have fancied him to head it down.
Here comes Gavi. Barcelona looking to threaten once again. Tidied up by Sabitzer. Mazraoui. They're going long. One well in the air by Christensen. Sane dispossessed. Busquets is in there. Barcelona a little bit sharper at times in midfield.
Yeah, close it down superbly. Really sharp. On and off the ball.
Good play again by Pedri.
You could give Pedri the ball in any situation. He's just got such beautiful feet. Still tries things in the wrong areas at times, Dembele.
Mane gets the free kick, a little bit tangled up. Little flick on. Musiala was there, sending it forward. This is Mane now, up against Jules Koundé. Barcelona with the opportunity to get everybody back into position. Davis looks for an opportunity. Gavi is there. Already as far as Hernandez. Here's Joshua Kimmich. It's been a quieter evening so far for Marc-Andre ter Stegen than he might have been expecting, I think. Here come Barcelona once again. This time it's Gavi. Connected by Rafinha. Now Robert Lewandowski. Rafinha with a shot. Whistle past the bottom of the upright.
Lovely bit of interplay between the pair. They've struck up a good relationship early on in this season. Rafinha, Lewandowski. Trying to just drag one in that near post. Outwit Neuer. And more good play from the visitors.
Closing down quickly and defenders as they look to play out. Mane is coming very, very deep once more to get involved in the play.
Yeah, there's not much to go at. It's been a scrap, really. 50-50 balls, he's tried to win.
Upamecano. Nicely done. Sané now taking it in his stride. Red shirts venturing forward. Mane with it at his feet. Into Musiala. Can Bayern create something here? Well, close to getting it past Ter Stegen. Mazraoui.
Probably the best football they've played, though, so far, Bayern. Maybe that'll be a shape of things to come for German giants, because they have been second best by some distance so far.
Alonso here. Musiala. He was waiting. Good job from Barcelona's point of view, because Sadio Mane was about 2 feet behind him.
Yeah, he's a threat, Musiala, hasn't he? Isn't he? Really talented player. Musiala just catching Busquets in the mouth. Accidentally.
He scored half a dozen goals this season already, Jamal Musiala, as well, including one at the weekend against Stuttgart. Well, he'll be happy, won't he, Alan, with the way his team have played in the opening 28 minutes of this one?
Not particularly the scoreline, but Nagelsmann will be thankful at the moment. They're on level terms.
Here come Bayern. They're looking to make the breakthrough here, and it breaks down for them. There's Alonso sending it forward into Gavi, now with Lewandowski. Hernandez going with him. Upamecano getting back. It's in towards Rafinha. What an important interception there by Alphonso Davies.
Yeah, he's been their best player, Davies, so far. Having to use that pace to get back in.
Mismatches.
Back to the drawing board, Liverpool.
Well, it's a very good build-up from Ajax. I wasn't going to say Liverpool. And Kudos, who scored an amazing goal against Rangers last week, does the same again.
Liverpool 1, Ajax 1.
Almost half an hour in at the Allianz Arena. Overly adventurous there. Team starting with victories in the Champions League last week. Bayern 2-0 over Inter in Italy. Barcelona 5-1 winners over Victoria Pilsen. Camp Nou. Musiala away to Sané. Little collision off the ball there, but it's with Sané still looking for an opening, looking for support. Sabitzer drags it wide. Interesting to have a look and see what happened there off the ball, just outside the penalty area.
Well, there was an advantage to be played anyway.
It was Musiala getting tangled up with Gavi.
Yeah, coming together, nothing too much to get excited about. But as the first half's worn on, Bayern have got better, gradually, slowly.
Last 15 minutes of the first half. That's off the head of Lewandowski, who, if you've just tuned in, has had a couple of chances in this first half. Busquets wins it back in the middle of the park. Ter Stegen, beaten only once in the opening 5 matches in La Liga this season, Ter Stegen. Barcelona's recent record against Bayern Munich ahead of the match. Bringing his team here, and he said, well, I call it the House of Horrors, the stadium here, but he was quick to acknowledge that it hasn't been the happiest of venues for Barcelona in recent years. Here's Alonso. Koundé. Musiala trying to feed it into the middle and get Kimmich involved in the game. Pedri was waiting for it. Collected by Lewandowski. Alonso's making tracks down the far side. Pedri spotted him, but was covered initially by Moussa Mazraoui. Here's Robert Lewandowski. 9 goals in 6 matches for his new club before tonight.
That was just a glimpse of some of the work he does, though, outside the box. Really good anticipation to win it.
Ousmane Dembele is trying his luck on the near side now. With the throw. Europa League winner with Sevilla a couple of years ago. Gary. Beautifully done. Koundé, excellent ball in, not quite finding Rafinha. Busquets. This is Alonso. Taken away, Koundé. Beautifully done again, and now with Dembele, faced by Hernandez, who gets his foot in there.
They shouldn't be losing it there, Dembele.
But Bayern don't clear their lines, and Dembele, well, for a moment there, he had a second opportunity. In terms of the scoreline, very little in it in terms of the possession, although Barcelona had perhaps more of the attacking play. Not at the moment, though. Here come the home side. Sané. Sabitzer. Sané. A little flick into the penalty area of Sadio Mane. There's a tidy turn there from Mane. Nobody there in red. Koundé with a chance to clear. Just over 10 minutes to go to half-time. Lewandowski looks to get things moving for himself and his team, and Pedri can't hold on to the ball, but Barcelona still have it. There's a feisty challenge from Joshua Kimmich.
It's been hard for Kimmich in the middle of the park there, with such sharp, quick players around him. It's been hard for him to get his foot in, to try and get a bit of control in the middle of the park. And as a result, Bayern's attacking has been haphazard. There's been no real pattern or style to it.
Tamacano wavered again. A few groans among the home crowd. Phase of the season, not quite at their best at the moment. We've seen that in the last 3 matches in the Bundesliga. Pedri. Determination as ever shown by Kimmich in trying to win the ball back for his team. Lost out this time. It's Sabitzer who made the challenge. Alonso complains, but Leroy Sané brings it forward, but then can't control the ball and gets back with the visiting side once more.
Yeah, some of this closing down from Barca, reminiscent of Xavi in his heyday. So quick.
It's a great mixture of youth and experience, isn't it, that Barcelona midfield, with Busquets at the heart of it. Of course, he's been there and done it since the year dot, it seems. But either side of him, two teenagers, 18 and 19 years of age. What talent they have, Pedri and Gavi.
He gets better protection these days. There was a point last season where Busquets looked like his career was coming to an end. He was having to chase back. He hadn't got the pace to do it. Now he's playing in that little area that suits him.
They didn't get out of the group stage, did they, last year, Barcelona? First time for 21 years they'd failed to do that. They only scored 2 goals in the 6 matches last season.
Look at that again, giving the ball away. They'd be glad, Bayern Munich, to get to half-time.
Some of the passing has been poor, hasn't it?
Yeah. Hardly seen Thomas Muller, really. Been able to get the ball up there to him.
Muller has been such a thorn in Barcelona's side during his career. Scored in each of the last 3 home matches they've played against Barcelona over the last 9 years. 8 goals in 7 matches against them. I'm sure he'll pop up at some point in the match. He usually does. Now it's with Sadio Mane. Frustrated once more, Pedri. Did remarkably well there to get out of an extremely tight corner.
He never panics, that boy, does he? Talk about an old head on young shoulders.
Hernandez now, the French international, into Davis. Upamecano. This looks a bit more promising for the home team. Mazraoui. For the injured Pavard. A little bit of space here for Hernandez. Kimmich. Given away once again, and sent forward too far in front of Lewandowski on this occasion. Müller. Mazraoui. Looking for Sane. Mane in the middle, Thomas Muller as well. You're right, Alan, Muller has hardly touched the ball in this first half. He might do now as Musiala sent it in, Muller goes for it. And he and Sadio Mane both in the same spot at the same time.
Yeah, they were. Needed a firm, clear shout, this one. Real mess in the end.
But that kind of sums up much of Bayern Munich's first half, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has been messy. Nagelsmann, got a bit of work to do in that dressing room at half-time. I mean, for Barcelona, Simon, they've announced themselves here as genuine Champions League challengers. So much ability within the squad, never mind about this 11.
Absolutely. He's been in the job since last November, Xavi, and I think it's fair to say that his project is moving very much in the right direction at the moment with Barcelona.
So much turbulence in the summer, wasn't there? And could they register these players? All the financial question marks, but...
And there we all were thinking they weren't going to be able to buy anyone because they didn't have any money.
I know, worked that one out.
Last 5 minutes of the first half. No goals, best opportunities, though, to Barcelona.
Yeah, I think particularly the Lewandowski ones, the Pedri shot as well, that Neuer stopped with his left boot.
Champions League winner on the pitch, Xavi, great Barcelona side of a few years ago. Christensen. So just moving it forward. Masraoui was quick to challenge, but here's Koundé. Araujo has moved out to the near side. Barcelona have really struggled against Bayern Munich often over the last decade, but they are certainly giving Bayern Munich a game tonight. And here comes Pedri now for Barcelona, rolling it in. Lewandowski. Big challenge there from Masraoui.
Oh, huge challenge. I thought the ball into him was too firmly struck. It needed setting up for a first-time finish. When he took the touch, it allowed the defender to get back in.
Here's Ousmane Dembele away from Thomas Müller.
Interesting.
Challenge there by Davis. Busquets asking the question of the referee. Lewandowski stretching for it, and it's zapped away by Hernandez and chased here by Leroy Sané, getting in ahead of Alonso. Sané. Here's Musiala, smothered, tidied up. Barcelona survived that little flurry.
You could see Bayern scoring on one of those breaks, though. You wouldn't be surprised.
Danny Macaulay doing what he can to keep this game flowing. It's in towards Mane, but again, it was he was well marshalled by Jules Koundé on that occasion and Ronald Araujo. Pretty clear sightings of the goal, Robert Lewandowski, in the first half. Lucas Alonso. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Pedri. Koundé. Looking to test Davis, who again wins the duel. He's had an excellent.
No way through for Bayern yet, but Frankfurt have scored in France.
Well, sometimes you need a bit of luck to get you a goal, Richard, and Jesper Lindstrom and Frankfurt have just had it.
Marseille 0, Frankfurt 1.
It's a block, able to get a deflection, able to get a goal kick.
Yeah, so many instances like this. That was a penalty appeal. VAR would have had a look and told the ref there was nothing doing. No need for him to have a look at the monitor, but he's taking a chance there, Davis.
We're heading towards what we're expecting to be a minimum of 1 minute of added time. Plenty for Julian Nagelsmann to consider as they regroup at the break, I think. To Luca Hernandez. This is Davis available on the near side. Interception made by Dembele. We're into that minute of added time. Referee wants the throw in taken a little bit further back. Thoughts on what we've seen so far, Alan?
Well, thoroughly enjoyable. I mean, not if you're a Bayern Munich fan, because Barcelona have really entertained us with their approach play. The finishing has been up to scratch, but plenty more to come in this match in the second half. You'd expect better from Bayern Munich after the break.
It's Marcel Sabitzer. Last few seconds of the opening half. There goes the half-time whistle. Goalless at the break at the Allianz Arena. Robert Lewandowski's had a couple of chances. He hasn't been able to take them. Barcelona have made much of the running. Bayern Munich have not been at their best. But at the break, we are level. It is goalless between Bayern Munich and Barcelona as the players head to the dressing rooms.
Shouldn't be goalless. Lewandowski knows that better than anybody. On another night, he'd definitely have had one, might have had three. But we get to half-time. Bayern 0, Barcelona 0. Elsewhere, Liverpool were in front against Ajax. We edged towards 45 minutes there, 1-1. Club Brugge lead in Portugal against Porto. No goals, Leverkusen and Atletico. And Frankfurt, literally on the stroke of half-time, scored to lead in France against Marseille. Marcel Desailly and Jason McAteer with Andy and myself.
It's been a little disappointment, the affair that we've watched. Apart from a couple of late goals in Spurs' game, we would really have been struggling. Who's that, Goretzka? Yep, Goretzka coming on.
He played at the weekend. He's been out injured, hasn't he, for a while?
Goalless, but they've created a lot of situations where, I mean, they've tried and play and make it to happen.
Does Griezmann get on tonight? After 60 minutes?
For Atletico? Well, it's 0-0, so there's every chance.
I was reading today they're close to agreement now, the two clubs, not at 35 million for the transfer, but 22, which frees him to be able to play games, rather than trigger that clause which said Atletico were paying Barcelona 35 million for him.
Surprising,
Yeah.
Frustration for Lewandowski so far.
Yeah. You have to think that Bayern Munich will be a little better in the second half.
He's a big lad, isn't he? Yeah. Massive goalkeeper.
Probably the best.
Bayern are making a change.
Yeah, let's go, let's go.
The two best goalkeeper we have in the system.
Sabitzer. Just a straight swap, that.
I wonder how this will play if Bayern don't actually win this tonight with Nagelsmann.
Do you think it's a bad result? I don't think it's a bad result. I think these two got to be favourites to qualify, haven't they?
Would Bayern supporters expect to see their team win this tonight?
It's not a bad result, but off the back of 3 draws in the league, it just puts a little bit more pressure on them, doesn't it?
It can be a little trigger-happy, can't they, Bayern Munich?
Yeah.
Thomas Tuchel available?
No, surely not. Surely not.
Let's go back.
Underway in the second half, goalless in the first half, but a really enjoyable half to watch. And Barcelona playing much of the football, and here's Rafinha with nearly the perfect start to the second half for Xavi's team.
Well, he had that one in the first half where he's tried to slide it in that very corner, really. I thought that was going to end up in the side netting. I really do. He caught it beautifully. He's got the time and space, hasn't he, to measure his options.
Well, he's looking to mark his first appearance in the Champions League in his career with a goal. He's had a couple of attempts already. Barcelona had 10 attempts on goal in the first half. There can't be too many teams that travel to this stadium and manage that, but all importantly, it is goalless at the moment.
Well, it'll be interesting to see whether Bayern can change the pattern of this match, whether Goretzka's introduction can have any effect, or Barcelona can continue where they left off. They've started the second half well, that's for certain.
Xavi leaving well alone with his team, playing well in the first half. No changes made by him at the break. Lewandowski, I think, is down at the moment, holding his foot. Yeah.
It's one of those where Upamecano's come through and he's caught his studs, I think.
Free kick for the challenge on Sadio Mane. There is Mane struggling to make an impact as Ter Stegen sweeps the ball clear. Davis under pressure from the impressive Pedri, but once again wins the duel. Think about it before he blew his whistle. There's Musiala on the deck.
Yeah, we all heard the little cry of pain. He just stamped on his foot, no doubt.
Yeah, painful one there.
In that driving rain, Brugge have just doubled their advantage in Portugal.
Well, it's a little bit fortunate how the ball arrives at Sowa, but there's nothing fortunate about the finish.
Porto 0, Brugge 2.
Been shown a red card this season, sent off in the opening match of the season in La Liga.
He's broken his laces with that challenge.
Alonso's header away to Dembele. Leroy Sané makes the challenge, and Alonso able to get the ball away. It was a stretch for Kimmich in the air. Busquets forward into Lewandowski, looking for Dembele. Now a chance for Rafinha. Kimmich in to reclaim the ball initially ahead of Ousmane Dembele, but again Bayern Munich not so good at keeping hold of it. Just gets away from Pedri for a moment. Dembele trying to roll it through in towards Gavi.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Dembele come off at some stage in the second half. It's not quite happening for him.
Leroy Sané, who opened the scoring last week at Inter on the first match night, rolls it into Sadio Mane. Back it comes. That's the best we've seen from Bayern Munich, and it's the substitute Leon Goretzka. May well have been his first touch in the match after coming on at the start of the second half.
Yeah, not an easy one for Ter Stegen, that, for clutch of bodies. Doesn't have much to do, but he did that well.
Yeah, we had the shot from Marcel Sabitzer in the first half, but it was always going wide of the post. That one certainly wasn't. It needed saving. Good effort from Goretzka. Home crowd lifted by it. Joshua Kimmich with the delivery, and it's the opening goal of the match. Luka Hernandez for Bayern Munich. Well, they haven't been at their best tonight, but Bayern Munich are in front, and Barcelona perhaps ruining the first half misses.
Yeah, brilliant ball in. Ter Stegen makes a mess of it. Hernandez attacks. Nowhere near it, the keeper. It's a smash and grab from the Germans at the moment, having come second best for most of this match.
51st minute, the time of the goal, and it was a fine finish from the Frenchman.
Well, when you miss your chances, there's always a chance of this kind of thing happening. A match coming back to bite you.
Well, Bayern won both group stage matches between the two teams by 3-0 last season, and they break the deadlock this time round via that man there in the 51st minute of the game. Here's Araujo looking for Dembele. Barcelona hoping for a quick response, but it's Houssem Mazraoui who wins it back. It's amazing how the confidence suddenly flows through your veins when you score a goal, and Muller just trying to lay the ball off there for Kimmich, but it's covered by Gavi.
I'm sure Xavi will make a substitution pretty soon. Dembele's got to come off.
Araujo. Interception made by Leroy Sané. Mazraoui.
Well, there was nothing complicated or intricate about the goal. It was just a classic whipped delivery into that near post, and somebody willing to aggressively attack it, get there first.
Yeah, doesn't score many, Hernandez. He only previously scored once for Bayern Munich, and that was a couple of seasons ago, but he's got a big goal tonight.
It's turning into a very good night for Brugge and an awful evening for Porto.
Well, surely no way back from Porto as Andreas Skov-Olsen gets a simple goal.
Porto 0, Brugge 3.
And Munich, much more like their old selves. Here's Musiala into Thomas Müller. Can't see a route through. Leroy Sané will have a look. Cleared away by Marcos Alonso. Back with Alphonso Davies, and now the goal scorer. It's a different game in a very different atmosphere.
Yeah. Certainly rode the look Bayern Munich in that first half.
Mazraoui finding Musiala. He's got Sané up alongside him here. Leroy Sané bursting through. Great chance for number 2. Whoa! Leroy Sané! What a few minutes it's been for Bayern Munich early in the second half. First the header from Hernandez, and Barcelona rapidly undone again by the individual play of Leroy Sané.
Well, they've been lethal, haven't they? Absolutely lethal, showing some great finishing here. Sané, who got himself a couple of goals, you might say. I think the second against Inter Milan was given as an own goal, but he's been in great form lately. He certainly was in Italy on match day 1, and that could be a big goal in the context of tonight and the group.
2 goals inside 5 minutes early in the second half.
He's travelling at some pace, and he does ever so well just to control himself as he steers it past.
Sané, who scored away at Inter last week, doubles the lead for Bayern Munich. And as has so often been the case in recent years against Bayern Munich, Barcelona have got it all to do. And how frustrated they and their coach Xavi will be, having played so well in the game. But as you said, Alan, they had chances in the first half and they didn't take them.
Yeah. You always thought that Bayern had to come out for the second half and show an improvement. But for Bayern, yeah, I mean, it's for Barcelona, so impressive in that first half. But just couldn't provide the finishing touch.
No, real test for them now. Jules Koundé. Here's Christensen. Pedri's got Marcos Alonso on the near side. Pedri will look to spread the play. Find a little bit of space. Rafinha been waiting patiently. Still roughly 35 minutes or so for Barcelona to try to get back in the game as Rafinha sends it over. It's comfortable for Manuel Neuer. A familiar scenario for Barcelona in Munich.
Yeah, he's just called one of his subs. Xavi is going to make a change. He had to.
Well, they conceded 2 goals in the first 6 matches they've played in all competitions this season, and then they've just conceded 2 inside 5 minutes. Admittedly against one of the best teams in the business. Koundé into Busquets. Here comes Gavi now towards Lewandowski, but Upamecano snapping in there, wins the ball back and has now gone surging forward alongside Sadio Mane.
Tails up now, Bayern Munich. Going for the kill.
Well, they really are sensing an opportunity to just finish this game off. Bursting run there for Dayo Upamecano, coming up from the back, just catching his breath on the edge of the box. As per, it's Joshua Kimmich with the set play. Remember, Hernandez scored from a corner. Ter Stegen able to get a fist on the ball. Mazraoui, challenged by Dembele. The official's not sure at first which way to give that decision. It's gone with the home team.
Yeah. Dembele got the last touch.
Well, everyone back for this one. Lewandowski on the edge of the 6-yard box. Cannot afford to concede another goal now. Just over half an hour remaining. Kimmich with the delivery. It's Rafinha with the clearance. Dembele helps it on. Alonso in the air, eventually winning it against Müller. Dembele chasing back was Kimmich. Ball played in towards Gavi, and suddenly all those balls that Bayern Munich were not winning in the first half, they are winning in the second. Musiala will take the return from Mane. Looking for the killer pass, picks out Sane, and then takes the return, and it ends up in the crowd, but it's much more like it from Bayern Munich.
Yeah, maybe this one just bobbled up a touch on Musiala, but they've got to try and change the course of this match, Barcelona.
Yeah, Frenkie de Jong is going to come on for Barcelona now. He started the first group match. So Frenkie de Jong on, Gavi makes way. Rafinha also makes way. Ferran Torres, the other player, coming on.
Surprised at that. Thought Dembele was a stick-on to be substituted because he couldn't do much right out there. Rafinha, to be fair, struggled to impose himself.
Decent efforts on goal, didn't he? It was won back by Goretzka. Here comes Musiala. This could spell more trouble for Barcelona.
No, just lost their shape and their belief, Barcelona. And this game's there for the taking for Bayern Munich. How it's flipped on its head.
Absolutely. Ferran Torres there, who was on target last week against Victoria Pilsen, a 5-1 victory for Barcelona on the first match day at home. Muller pleading his innocence, but Barcelona with the free kick, won by Christensen. Didn't do them much good. It's going to come straight back towards them anyway. And Goretzka may have a crack from here. Block made by Araujo. He'll have felt that. It was a real stinger of a shot. Lewandowski into the final half an hour now. The first touch for Frenkie de Jong. Now Dembele rolling it forward. Here's Ferran Torres. De Jong. Alonso. De Jong made the run into the penalty area. He'll have to check back here. This is Pedri, who just seems to keep on going. Pedri! Oh, so close.
Well, they've done everything but here. Pedri had that chance early on in this match, and this was even better, you think.
He was clearly onside as well, Pedri.
Yeah, he's almost done the hard part in chipping it over Neuer.
He's a smashing player to watch, isn't he, Pedri?
Well, the goal there would have changed the complexion of this match.
Stays 2-0 to Bayern. Pedri hitting the woodwork. Glimmer of hope for Barcelona. Frankie de Jong, subject to so much speculation over the summer, but still in Catalonia. Dembele, cross to Alonso. It was Ferran Torres who got his head to the ball.
Yeah, Lewandowski just behind, wishing he'd let it go.
Yeah. The trajectory might have been better from Lewandowski's point of view. That was a lovely passage of play there from Pedri. Mazraoui prepares to take this throw-in for Bayern Munich. Still settling in with his new club, but played well since coming off the bench for Benjamin Pavard in the first half. Alonso finding Torres. A light touch to keep hold of possession, and Christensen had to try and clear pretty sharpish there with Thomas Müller closing in. Here's Koundé. The ball away from Sadio Mane, and then gets into a spot of bother, and Müller with a little day off. Mane. Müller kept the play going, but had run into an offside position.
Yeah, it's Barcelona's turn now to find it hard to pass the ball out from the back. They're trying to regain the rhythm. Christensen. De Jong. Now Dembele, hoping for better luck against Alphonso Davies. Alonso wants it on the near side, the Barcelona left, but here's Frankie de Jong in towards Lewandowski. Yeah, just got knocked off balance there, I think, which stopped him from getting any power behind that shot. Tight angle anyway. Frankie de Jong's made a difference since coming on.
I was going to say, he has been a very positive influence in the brief time that he's been on the pitch.
Yeah, Upamecano actually getting a block in there, a good one.
Collected by Musiala. Was quick to get rid of the ball under pressure. Back with Barcelona and Pedri. Torres. Alonso. Pedri almost getting away from Upamecano. Far off the midway point of the second half here. Barcelona could do with something going their way fairly soon, I think, to just give themselves a bit of encouragement for what remains of the game. Alonso, Pedri, back with Bayern and Thomas Müller and Musiala. Upamecano, beautifully taken by Goretzka. There's a nice flow about this from the home side. Davies, Goretzka, he'll shoot, but he can't find a way past Christensen. Koundé looks for Ousmane Dembele, being chased by Hernandez. And by Kimmich. Still with Dembele. And still. This will be quite something. The ball in towards Pedri. Upamecano has the final say.
He is capable of the magical Dembele. They need a bit of magic from somebody now, Barcelona.
And he just wondered for a moment whether that might happen there. Until Upamecano said, no, you don't. It's De Jong with a delivery. Too high for Robert Lewandowski. Here is Lewandowski looking for Ferran Torres. Didn't fall for Pedri. Bayern with a chance to break. Müller into Musiala. Now looking for Leroy Sané. Three-quarters of the way through the game. There's Alphonso Davies. Müller wants to get in on the act. Here he is. It's Thomas Müller.
Well, as the game opens up, Müller fancy there'd be a few more chances for him.
Something of an anxious look there from Jamal Musiala, as he could tell there was going to be a change, and Serge Gnabry is being sent on by Julian Nagelsmann now. And Sadio Mane, the big summer arrival from Liverpool, of course, he played in the final against Real Madrid at the back end of last season. One of 3 Champions League finals he's played in, is the man to be replaced.
Yeah, couldn't really get involved as much as he would have wanted to tonight, Mane.
So Serge Gnabry on for the last 20 minutes. He scored 3 goals in the Champions League last season. And a change for Barcelona as well. Andreas Christensen is the man to be replaced by Eric Garcia. The 21-year-old Garcia, who sat on the bench last week. Big 20 minutes for Barcelona. Can they come back in this match, or will it be Bayern's night once again?
They've surely got a goal in them, Barcelona. Surely.
Xavi still prowling in the technical area, constantly encouraging his team. Dayot Upamecano into Kimmich. With the flick forward, nodded on by Müller. Foul by Leon Goretzka.
That's the kind of impact they were hoping the sub could have in the middle of the park.
Araujo away to Jules Koundé. Here's Dembele. Dipped into his box of tricks there, but it didn't quite come off. Here's Nusser Mazraoui, just away from Ferran Torres. Pass forward there by Marcos Alonso. Thomas Müller will go herring after it. He's outnumbered here. But his enthusiasm almost won in the ball. Alonso, Busquets, now De Jong.
Oh, Lewandowski went one way, the ball went the other. Frankie De Jong not on the same wavelength there.
He's had quite a tough summer, hasn't he, Frankie De Jong? A lot of speculation throughout it that he might end up elsewhere.
No, stuck to his guns, didn't want to move. Why should he?
Sané, challenged by De Jong. Goretzka finds Kimmich. Davis. Little layoff there by Gnabry. Play by Davis again. Free kick.
He's had a heck of a game, hasn't he, Davis?
He has, absolutely. And all being well, we'll see him in the World Cup in a couple of months' time. Canada qualifying for only the second time, 36 years on from their previous appearance. Mazraoui into Leroy Sané, just got away from Goretzka. Here comes De Jong. He's been quite a driving force in midfield. He clearly was fouled there by Kimmich.
Yeah, I'll get a booking for that. But as you're trying to see out this game, it's the type of caution that you'd accept right under the ref's nose as well.
Yeah, it would be pretty hard for the referee to have missed that one. Remaining. Home crowd a lot happier than they were at half-time, that's for sure. Araujo, a little bit of space here now for Alonso. He's got Ferran Torres on the near side. Barcelona just looking for that little spark of creativity, that little sprinkling of something special that might get them back into the game.
Yeah, not finding it as easy to create chances now as they did in that first half.
It's a good ball from Dembele into Pedri. Pedri the closest to scoring for Barcelona. He's hitting the outside of the post. Second period. Last 15 in Munich. Here's De Jong looking to orchestrate Bayern's midfield. Ferran Torres sending it forward. He'll take the return, not once but twice from Lewandowski. Good challenge by Goretzka. Lewandowski tries to win it back. Do you think it's given them a bit more in midfield with Goretzka on in the second half? It has, hasn't it?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's been a good move from Nagelsmann. And defensively, they've been more organised, more solid.
Good play by Mazraoui, and Thomas Muller going after it, beaten to it by Eric Garcia. Araujo. Busquets, challenged by Musiala. Referee saying, let's just calm down a little bit here.
And Musiala just going to ground again, maybe to tick the clock away a touch.
Busquets, collected by Pedri. Alonso on the overlap. And it goes to Robert Lewandowski. Can't find a way through. Hernandez is there. Kimmich gets a toe.
Oh, we enjoyed that. Hernandez stuck so tight to Lewandowski.
Yeah, they'll be desperate to keep him out tonight. On his return to the Allianz Arena. Ferran Torres. Lewandowski sees it taken off his toes. Busquets sends it to Lewandowski once again. Foul by Hernandez.
Can't complain too much about that.
looking to make it 25 home matches in the group stage in the Champions League in a row without defeat. A formidable team. Bundesliga champions in each of the last 10 seasons. Hasn't had too much to do in the second half. Might need to be on his toes here. Lewandowski. Ball does its job. Barcelona's still on the front foot. Here's a chance potentially. To Garcia, and the flag has gone up on the far side.
Yeah, disappointing attempt to the free kick, that one.
It wasn't really close to getting past the wall at all, was it? Double change coming up here for Bayern Munich. Ryan Gravenberch, the young Dutch international, is going to come on, and Mathis Tel as well, 17-year-old French centre-forward who scored his first Bundesliga goal at the weekend. Leroy Sané making way.
Not happy. Important second goal though, Sané's. Put some distance between themselves and Barcelona.
Barcelona making a change as well. Ansu Fati is going to come on to replace Ousmane Dembele. Here comes the 19-year-old. Scored at the weekend, 4-0 winners at Cadiz in the Spanish League. Frank Kessié's on as well for the captain, Busquets. The Ivorian. Summer arrival from Milan. Fresh legs for the last 10 minutes, but at the moment it's just drifting away from Barcelona, isn't it? Petering out.
Bayern are using all their experience to see out the game. It'd be a fantastic victory for them. Might just kick-start their season after a flat period.
Kessié challenged by Hernandez, wasn't going to give him an inch. Ryan Gravenberch now on for Jamal Musiala. One exciting young player replacing another one. Gravenberch there, a Dutch international arriving from Ajax during the summer. He's had to settle for being a bit part player so far. He's come off the bench in every match in the Bundesliga, but understandably desperately keen for more minutes. He's going to get around 10 here. Marcos Alonso. This is De Jong. Almost stumbled into a little difficulty there. Kessié away to Koundé. One back by Serge Gnabry. Chris Davis into Kimmich. Kano picking out Tel, the youngster. Kimmich. Here's Upamecano. And Mazraoui. Possession here from Bayern Munich. Barcelona just can't get hold of the ball at the moment. Upamecano, was he just caught there by Lewandowski?
Yeah, and they'll take the time. Why wouldn't you?
Saved a few shots in his time, didn't he, Oliver Kahn? Like to have famous old club stalwarts running the show at Bayern.
Well, there's a few questions being asked of the team and of the manager. A victory over a talented Barcelona team will go down a treat.
Yeah, absolutely. Bayern, by the way, away to Augsburg on Saturday. Their next Champions League fixture at home to Victoria Pilsen. That looked painful for Frank Kessie. Barcelona at home to Elche on Saturday, and then at home to Inter in the first week of October. That's their next match in the Champions League. A little over 5 minutes to go. Araujo going long. They've got to get things moving quickly. Lovely pass, beautifully controlled by Ansu Fati. In it goes, and step over from Pedri, not collected by one of his teammates, and Alonso there struggling to keep pace with Telu nonetheless.
A goal here for Leverkusen in the red against Atletico.
Yeah, this will not go down well with Diego Simeone conceding a goal as late as this, because it's usually them that get the late goal.
Leverkusen 1, Atletico 0.
Five minutes of the 90 remain. Those two early second-half goals breaking the game open in Bayern Munich's favour. Great pass up towards Ansu Fati, was well marshalled there by Houssem Mazraoui, and Dayo Upamecano sending it away.
Yeah, they've been really stubborn at the back in this second half, Bayern Munich. A tough nut to crack.
Well, you just sensed, didn't you, at the break, that even though it was still goalless, that Bayern were unlikely to play in the same manner in the second half that they did in the first. They were poor by their own standards in that first half. Frenkie de Jong. Almost cut out by Gnabry. Collected by Pedri. Ansu Fati waiting on the edge of the penalty area, moving out to this near side, the Barcelona left, Alonso, this is Eric Garcia. Araujo being tracked by Thomas Müller. And looking to extend this outstanding record of theirs in the group stages of the Champions League, although this season, of course, they'll be looking to try and progress beyond the quarter-finals, which is where they've ended up the last 2 years. Ansu Fati now trying to find an opening. And Ferran Torres sends it wide of the post via a little deflection.
But just managed to crowd out those situations. Bayern Munich got plenty of bodies back in that penalty area.
Yeah, a little touch coming off Kimmich. Alonso sends it in. Koundé collects, pressure still on. Comfortable header away, only as far as Pedri, who volleys it back in. They just cannot find a way through past the red Bayern Munich defensive wall. Pedri will try again, and it once more loses out. Gravenberch with the ball into Leon Goretzka. Tells De Ligt was a dangerous ball in there, and De Jong just getting rid of it.
All's well that ends well for Bayern Munich, it seems. Look at the scoreline at the end of this, and your job well done.
Yeah, heading to what would be a 30th group stage match, unbeaten. Would appear more disappointment for Barcelona against Bayern. They have been their nemesis in Europe in recent seasons, and Müller doing his best to use up a bit of time, and infringement spotted there by the assistant. Let's have a look what happened here. It was a whack in the face there for Frankie de Jong.
Well, it's a tough group, this one, isn't it? Difficult to pick 2 from 3. Victoria Pilsen would appear to be the whipping boys, but Inter Milan will still have plenty to say.
Yeah, absolutely. Bayern have already gone to San Siro and beaten Inter, but Barcelona will host the Italians on match day 3. Bit of pressure on the Bayern defence here. Lovely bit of skill as well, but
He did look off to start off with, and he was.
yeah, the flag has gone up, but the referee said
double trouble late on for Atletico.
Yeah, pushing forward, trying to get an equaliser, but they get caught on a very quick counter by Leverkusen, and Moussa Diaby, far post, coming in, slides it comfortably home. Surely game over.
not very often that Barcelona will draw a blank, I think, this season. A couple of good chances in the first half, which weren't taken. Better clearances there.
Yeah, that dodgy one in the first half. He nearly gave the ball straight back. Well, he did, straight back to a Barcelona player.
3 minutes of added time. Barcelona still plugging away. Pedri finding Ansu Fati. He'll go for goal and he won't find it. And I think they're going to be heading home empty-handed from Munich.
Looks
Not for the
way.
first time.
No. Lewandowski will be lying in bed tonight wondering how he hasn't come away with at least a couple of goals.
Yeah, 3 chances in the first half, 2 of which at least looked very good.
Yeah.
Would often be dispatched by him. Not a happy return to his stomping ground.
Liverpool have snatched a win late on.
Yeah, Joel Matip with a towering header. Looks like it was saved on the line. It wasn't. It crept over.
Liverpool 2, Ajax 1.
Against notable European opposition. Well, it's definitely staying at 2 for the time being. Much needed win, I think.
Yeah.
I know they're unbeaten this season, but you know what it's like in Munich. 3 draws in a row, and people do start asking questions, don't they?
Yeah, I wouldn't say they've got the flair of Barcelona, but they've got the know-how, the professionalism, that winning mentality, even when they're not playing well, to come away with something.
Well, that's what it's about with Bayern, isn't it? Winning mentality. They are a fantastic team, and their record, their consistency has been outstanding. In the last decade, for example, they've won the Champions League twice. They've lost 4 semi-finals and gone out in 2 quarter-finals. Consistently there at the business end of the competition. We'd expect the same this year, and it doesn't fall for Robert Lewandowski once again.
Yeah, I think it'll mean a lot to the Bayern players for Lewandowski to go home empty-handed without even a goal.
An issue here for Luca Hernandez, scorer of the opening goal tonight. a bit uncomfortable there.
Well, it was a stretch, and it looks like his groin's gone.
Yeah, that's not good news.
Barcelona players want to drag him off the pitch.
Ferran Torres is saying, look, mate, can't you just roll over once? You'll be over the white line. He didn't look happy at all, did he, Leroy Sané, when he was substituted. Perhaps a last chance for Barcelona, and it's a very comfortable save for Manuel Neuer.
And that is that, I think.
Yeah, well, there was much to enjoy from both teams, from Bayern Munich in the second half at times, from Barcelona in the first half. They played some good football tonight, but it is Bayern Munich who prevail in this heavyweight encounter once again, as they've tended to do in the modern era against Barcelona. Luka Hernandez heading them ahead early in the second half. And less than 5 minutes later, Leroy Sané adding a second goal.